Okay, we just got back from the gym and the grocery store, and I'm trying to find the words to say. I'm grateful. I don't want this to come out wrong. I really don't. And I know that like people struggle with this all the time. I just did not sign up for this that I thought of right this minute. And so I'm in a little bit of shock right now. And having a lot of memories from what happened last time, and like, it was not fun. It was not fun. It was not fun. Okay, here's what we're looking at right now. I'm stressed, y'all. Brandy's out right now getting one of the expensive ones that have the words on it, because I just needed to say it. I just needed to say it, and then I can start processing. Right now I'm still in denial. So, also on the verge of tears. This is a good thing. This will be a good thing. This is a good thing. Let's keep saying it before I freak out. We can talk about this later. I just wanted to put this out here right now. So, okay. All right. Look what I found at Goodwill for $1.99. It is a Halo sleep sack. I've never had one of these, but I've seen them. So cute. So yes, you obviously saw prior to me like completely shocked finding out that we were gonna have a baby again. I'm not gonna lie, I had a very like mixed emotion finding out. Remembering pregnancy with him was awful. It wasn't like a bad pregnancy in the fact that like there were health complications. Well, I guess there were a tiny bit. No, it was just like the way I felt when I was pregnant. I had morning sickness the entire 39 weeks. And I'm like, I can't do this for 9 months. You know, I'm 35 now. And those are just like the immediate like shock factor of like flooding out of like, I remember that. And I remember the newborn stage. I remember how hard it was. I'm like, can I do this again? Like, obviously I could. Obviously I could. Like those feelings from like shock were obvious. Like I'm excited to give him a sibling and we can make this work. I can do things differently than my last pregnancy. Maybe I can get on like prescription medicine for nausea, and I didn't do that last time because I was so afraid of like taking anything medicine wise. So I was hyping myself up, you know. I never did end up showing you. I put him in a baggie. I did this with Asher too. I saved the test. I should be 5 weeks right now. You guys saw the video and I went out and immediately was like, you need to go back to the store and you need to get one of those fancy tests because I'm freaking out. And then we were pregnant. The last like week, from 4 weeks to 5 weeks, have just been feeling like getting weird pains. And I'm like, this is not something that I had with Asher. And I was like, this doesn't feel right to me. This feels wrong. And yesterday, I remember I was at the gym working out, and it started getting intense, and I was like, okay, well, I probably just need to like cool it right now. And I went home and I like still nothing, like it just was pains, right? Just like here and there. And then like as the last night progressed, it got so bad. I think that this is a miscarriage. Like I think this is what's happening. And then last night I started getting a lot of blood. Like I didn't know what to expect, but like I was having contractions. I was having severe like cramping, back pain. I had a C-section with Asher because he was breech. And the day of my C-section that morning, I was having some nasty back pains. And when I was there at the hospital, the nurse was like, you're having contractions. And I was like, oh, like, I guess this is what it feels like. At least the beginning contractions. I've never experienced like active labor. But like, that's what last night, and like even some today, like I'm having contraction, like Braxton Hicks type pains. And I Googled and that's normal. Not everyone gets it, but it is normal. So now we're in active, like, miscarriage mode. You're not seeing much emotion now because I've had time to process and, like, it is an early miscarriage, and I knew going into it, I'm like 35, like I think a fourth of pregnancies end in miscarriage, early miscarriage. I don't want to say my sadness is out of the way. Like I was sad yesterday. It was more of like, almost made me feel guilty. Like, did I do something wrong? Did I like work out too hard? What was it about me? And like, I don't think like early miscarriages, as being a healthy adult, like I don't think it's anything that I did or anything I could have prevented. I think it just happened. Like usually when miscarriages happen when they're early, it's because like the fetus wasn't viable, you know? Like it's not that you did one too many reps at the gym, but I'm still having like, did I do this? I don't know. I don't think I did. I've done a lot of research. Like I'm having guilt from it. I feel sad. I feel like I only bought one thing, and I was at Goodwill and I saw like a little Halo sleeper, and those things are expensive, and this one looked brand new, and so I bought it. So there's that. I think that's actually in the wash right now, so it may make me sad when I get it out, but be nice, do not grab him. My husband, when he found out, well, we found out kind of at the same time that we were pregnant, he was so excited. He's so excited. And like, obviously his mindset, he doesn't have to worry about the same things that I do as far as like how terrible the pregnancy is going to be. But yeah, so we're both dealing with this. It's going to be okay. But now I am just like wearing a pad and tracking and making sure that I don't have to do any like medical intervention in between. I don't have a gynecologist, so that's a problem. So that's step one that I need to get. After this, I need to get just like a pap smear. Hi. So that's on my to-do list. I obviously was finding one anyways because I was, I'm glad I didn't. I was actually yesterday making my doctor appointment for our first like ultrasound, and clearly that's not going to be needed anymore. You can't keep kitties in the closet.
I want kitty.
I know, but you gotta be nice to them.
Mama.
I did my hair like this because I'm hoping to let it down into like mermaid waves, because I think I'm gonna go help my husband tonight for a little bit for a football fundraiser, and I wanted my hair to look nice, but I also didn't want to put a lot of effort into it, and so that's why I thought, let's do this, let's set it, and then it'll be nice by tonight. So let's check out this gem and see how it feels. I read almost exclusively, wait about a week, make sure you're done bleeding, and then return to normal. I went out of my way to find someone to tell me you can just go back right away and just listen to your body. And I did find one website that did say that. Was it a reputable website? It was not. It was like a blog. Actually, if I'm being really honest, I'm pretty sure it was Reddit. So do as I say. You need to wait. You need to wait until you're done, because I was at the gym and I was being good. And what I mean by good is I was not going hard. I was doing low weight, high rep, not breaking a sweat. I was cold. I never am cold at the gym. Like, you will always, like, I use the machines. I'm using isolated muscle groups. We're not bothering and straining. I thought I was done with these contraction cramps, and it was about halfway through my workout, and all of a sudden I just could not stand up. I was curled over. I was in the fetal position. I had tears coming out of my eyes. It was a disaster. Unfortunately, because I did, and I do think it's just, I think it is just from going to the gym. Like, again, it was gonna happen no matter what, but like the contraction cramps are back at this very moment in time, this second. I'm feeling okay. I don't feel like that's something I can predict in 5 minutes from now. It's been very on and off, like day one. When day one was terrible, yesterday, so this is day 3, yesterday wasn't that bad. Like I had pains here and there, but I didn't have any contraction, like labor type pains. And then today I got them again. And I'm just like waiting it out. I've been a lazy little leech on the couch, and I think that's okay. Thankfully, my mom has Asher. I don't know if I mentioned that, but Asher went to his grandparents yesterday after tumbling, which, dear Lord. Oh, it's so funny taking him to tumbling. I think it is because I have a lot of hormones still like raging through my body, but at one point I just started sobbing in tears, and it's making me kind of start crying again because he's hilarious. Just in general, put your toddler in tumbling because it's so funny. I'm so bloated for obvious reasons, but like it's bad. Like I can't suck in. Like normally I can suck in, like I can't. So your angle is kind of like right at the bloating. Oh, we're nodding. We're nodding.
Jimmy John's, we are not at Subway. We are not at Pizza Hut. Alright? This is whatnot.
Oh my goodness, the cramps are coming. Oh my gosh. I am having some nasty contractions right now. And so I'm sitting down. When I was making the chicken, it got real bad, and it's just radiating some lightning through me, and I probably need to go to the bathroom. Just sit this one out for a little bit. It's been a really calm night. I've been by myself, and that's rare. Very, very rare. So I've just been relaxing, watching Whatnot, watching YouTube, hanging out with you guys. Oh, that's a bad gram. Oh. But right now what my plan is that I'm going to obviously monitor, and then when my bleeding stops, it's supposed to stop within 1 to 2 weeks. When my bleeding stops, take a pregnancy test, and it should show negative. Obviously there's no like levels still in me, and if for some reason it's positive, that's kind of a cue that you need to go to the doctor, and they're probably gonna have to do something like a DNC because not all the tissue passed. You could just call your doctor anyways, even if you don't do that, just to like confirm. But yes, that's kind of like all. I'm not an expert on miscarriages at all, clearly, but from my current state of experience right now, that is what we're dealing with. I have a little baby kitty hanging out with me, and we're just going to relax for the rest of the night. Yes. I'm gonna go check on the hello. Oh, hi. You just want the pets, all the pets. This is breakfast number 2 I've made today to try to get Asher to eat. Because breakfast number 1 that he loves, breakfast burritos, apparently he hated. So day 6 of bleeding. We're still bleeding. The cramping has gotten significantly better. I no longer am in like active pain constantly. We might, I'm saying this very loosely, we might go to the gym today and I might just walk on the treadmill. Just to one, get a break from this one because he's been very whiny today. I can send him off to their childcare and then just walk and then read my, the book I'm reading right now, which is not in season at all. It's called The Christmas Tree Farm. If you follow the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, those books, I'm like just reading through them, which is why we're doing Christmas right now because my loan just became available through my Indiana library card. So we've been reading that. Actually, I've renewed it twice. I've been very, very slow the last couple months of reading. So yeah, no one else is in line right now for it apparently, or they have too many copies. Stop. I'm also on the wait list for the new one that's coming in September, so I want to get through, I think I have one more until the newest one comes out. He's driving me crazy, so I'm gonna get off and I'll pop on in a little bit. Hopefully he's gonna eat this. Hopefully.
No pancake.
Are you kidding? You said you would eat this.
Is that eat that?
Yeah. If you want a spoiler alert, he did not eat that pancake, so I did. I got ready. We're going to the Y. I'm wearing, again, like, the theme of my outfits are going to be just, like, loose and, you know, stuff I can wear bulky pads under. So, again, we're just casually walking and reading. I can't read and walk quickly because I'm bouncing too much, and so we're taking it easy. I'm going to walk as long as my body will let me. Yes, I'm still wearing Chris's PJs. Let's not talk about it. I don't mind it. They're shorts and it's summer, so why not? Randy hates it. I just ate eggs, so I don't know if I have spices in my teeth. Just took a pregnancy test. It is 6 days post miscarriage, chemical miscarriage. I guess I'd be at 6 weeks right now. But I was like right at the tail end of 4 weeks going into 5 when the chemicals started. So it's been exactly 7 days. My bleeding is getting slower and getting darker. So I'm thinking that's like, we're nearing the end here. I did take a pregnancy test because I still have not been to a doctor. I do not have an OBGYN. I know I need to get one. So I was thinking like maybe if I could just track it, make sure my tests are slowly declining into a negative pregnancy test. But I took one and it like immediately showed up like super positive. So there she is. Like, and again, it was immediate. So I'm not loving that. Do I think I had a miscarriage? Yes, I 100% think so. Because tests are just meant to pick up at the, like, they're very sensitive. That it's only been 7 days and I've been reading a lot. I mean, like, do I need to make like an emergency appointment? How can I even get in? I feel like even when I had Asher, finding an OBGYN was really hard and like scheduling was hard. So I'm like, would they even take me? Because I'm not an established patient. Or they'd be like, wait 2 months and then we'll see if you're having like an ectopic pregnancy or something. I don't think they would do that. I just need to call and ask. But yeah, I just ordered some of the little strip pregnancy tests so I could start taking them like twice a day to see if I can find a drop. Sir, no. He was trying to lick the test. I'm having anxiety, and like yesterday my boobs were feeling really tender, and like that was the first time that had happened during all this. I'm like, ugh, my body still thinks that there's a baby in here, which I guess technically the hormones are still there, so it does think it's pregnant. But like, I'm like, why am I experiencing new symptoms? I'm just getting a little stressed. So we're not closing the vlog yet until we have this under control. I ended up finishing my book, The Christmas Tree Farm, and that was because I was on the treadmill for exactly 65 minutes to finish it at a slight incline. My hip is and was throbbing. Like, I should not have done that. I should not have walked for 65 minutes at an incline. like I am in pain. Like it's not like it's a little sore, but it's more of like a you messed up pain, not a good job working hard pain, you know? So I think we're gonna go the Y again today, and I'm not doing anything with my legs. I think I'm gonna just focus on doing some like light on the machines. Again, we're doing isolated areas so that I'm not gonna like overdo it and hurt myself. I say that now. And just do lightweight high rep. I'm getting really like stir crazy not going to the gym, and so like we just have to. So we're gonna do that. I need to get dressed. Let's put on something. Update time. I was at the Y and I started working out and I was fine, and then like 10 minutes in I just started like getting a throbbing sensation my shoulder down. So like my hip, I told you, it's already throbbing just on the right side, and now my right shoulder is no longer like wanting to do anything. So I took that as a sign of stop working out, rest. And so I was calling all morning trying to just like talk through like, do I need to go to the doctor for a miscarriage? And also I need a pap smear. I just need to find, I haven't been to an OBGYN since we had Asher in Utah 4 years ago. So 3 years ago. So it's been a while, and I ended up getting through to a nurse, and I was talking through like, do I need to go and do something, or can I just like have this miscarriage naturally and then just wait it out? And she was just like, no, like we want you to come in and do blood work today, do blood work Saturday, and then we'll call you on Monday just to make sure everything is doing what it's supposed to, and then we'll go from there. So I'm like, obviously I'm gonna listen to them, and that's what we're doing, which I'm assuming is what most people do. But like, again, if you haven't been through it, you don't know. And if you don't have an OBGYN, it's harder just to call up a new one and be like, I don't know what to do. I'm not your patient, but please help me. So yeah, I just went and I dropped Asher off to my husband, and then I came to the hospital to do the outpatient like blood draw. So that's done. That took forever and a minute because there's just a ton of people that need their blood drawn apparently. So we're gonna do it again on Saturday, and that's the plan. And then Monday we'll go from there. But it's raining now. I'm gonna go home because I'm starving. Goodbye. I didn't update you guys yesterday. I ended up getting a message from the like hospital on my chart, getting my blood results back like almost immediately, like an hour later. And I'm a little like, I'm confused because if you know anything about HCG, which I didn't, but I got the number back, and I've seen people on like posts writing about their numbers, and I was always wondering like, how do you even know that? Like when I had Asher, I didn't think even twice about my numbers or even knowing where to look to find them, but I guess I didn't really do a lot of blood tests either that I recall. I mean, I remember some in the beginning, but like I never remember looking at the results and like analyzing them. But my number came back and it was already titled, like when I clicked on it, abnormal. I'm like, well, it's a miscarriage, of course it's gonna be abnormal. But I went and it's 2,900 and something HCG. And I'm like, that seems high, but I don't know. So anything under 5, like the number 5, and I'm at almost 3,000, anything under 5 is non-pregnancy. Like you want, like when you're going through a miscarriage, like you want it to hit under 5 because that means like you pass everything. I'm in the normal range for where I'm supposed to be in pregnancy. And that to me, after this is yesterday was 7 days of having miscarriage symptoms, like 100% in my mind, I'm like, this is a miscarriage. Like it can't not be, you know, with how much blood and clots and stuff I'm passing and like cramping. But then I start going down a rabbit hole of like, what ifs? And it's scaring me. And like this morning I woke up, and I've not done this in a while, but like, it's not passing out, it's blacking out. You know when your body starts you start noticing like you're going out of your body and like everything starts tingling and everything starts getting hot and like your vision starts going black. And like at that point, like I always just know, like get on the floor because you don't want to fall, you know? And like the blood drains out of your face. Like that happened this morning. I'm like, oh, my blood pressure is obviously crazy right now. But then everything like I read of like when to go to the hospital, it's like I think that's one of the things like you're supposed to do. So I need to just like keep an eye on myself. Yesterday I started bleeding a lot again. It's like it felt like the bleeding from the first couple days. So I don't know if my body, like obviously I still have tissue in me. Like you can't have 3,000 HCG and not have pregnancy like tissue still inside of you. So I don't know if it's just like my body. I started cramping like labor contractions again yesterday. If it's like round 2 of trying to get everything cleared out. But then again I started doing research and like it's freaking me out because I'm like, what if this is an ectopic pregnancy? Like what if it's stuck in one of my tubes and like that's why I'm bleeding and having all this cramping. But then the more I read about that, like I kept seeing people saying it doesn't hurt until you like rupture. And so I'm like, well, I feel like I would know if I ruptured because I probably would be dead right now if I didn't go in. Like it's been what, 7 days? Like I feel like I wouldn't be here. But then I like almost passed out. I'm like, am I dying? I'm confused. And unfortunately, I won't have any answers until Monday, like to actually go to the OBGYN and like figure this out. Yeah, so I guess this could be my last video log. I'm sorry I'm joking about this. I think it is terrifying me a little bit. I don't want to go to the hospital. Like I know absolutely I can go to the hospital. I just don't want to go to the hospital. Cause then like again, it's like you go there and you know they're just gonna be like, you're having a miscarriage, we can't do anything. But I mean, I don't know. Obviously if I pass out, like, or like I truly pass out, or if I start like, well, I almost did vomit because like whenever I black out, it is followed with like intense nausea, like before and after. But I did not. So like if I do that, I guess I could go. And if my pain gets to a point where it's just like unbearable, I would go. Right now I'm feeling good. Minus like the dizziness and blacking out this morning. I'm feeling okay. My labor pains have subsided. I am definitely still bleeding a lot though. So I'm just keeping you updated. We can't close this vlog out until we have a little more answers. Just got our second blood draw. I think I'm on every other day schedule, at least at the moment. So we'll be back Monday. I'll be honest with you, I kind of am having like a mind fuck. Pardon my language, but like I am so confused. So confused. I took another test this morning and again, it's in the same thing. Like I immediately get an extremely bold positive. And I should be going down so much, but I don't know how pregnancy tests work. I probably shouldn't be reading too much into it. I'm just so extremely nervous that my numbers are not gonna be dropping. And I'm nervous on like 2 different ends. The main like majority of my nervousness is like from a logical standpoint. I don't see in a world how this was not a miscarriage. I can't fathom what other option this could be than a miscarriage. I've had severe labor pain cramping, not just like regular cramping, like my insides were going through contractions. And the best way I can describe it is like a worse version of Braxton Hicks. So if you've had a child, you most likely have experienced that and like you know what that pain is. That is not period cramps. Maybe it is though, I don't know, because again, like I don't get period cramps. Like I am in that, I think, smaller percentage that are blessed and do not get period cramps. So, well, anyways, the majority of my logical side of my brain is saying like, if these numbers do not go down, there is something wrong. This baby is stuck somewhere in a tube, like an ectopic pregnancy, or there's an option, like if you've had cesarean, like C-sections, that they can attach to your scar. And there's something about me is I have extremely bad keloid scarring. So my scars are a lot thicker and a lot puffier than like what a lot of people get. And so it would not shock me if that is something that has happened. It's not normal, but it does happen. And I was reading about it. I'm so confused. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I just got my blood drawn. It will come back today. We will be able to see the numbers. I was at 22,900 something, like right under 3,000 HCG 2 days ago. We should be seeing like a 1,500 HCG today for like a miscarriage that's doing its proper miscarrying. If the number's higher, I don't even know. I don't even know. If the number's same or higher, something's wrong. So I'm freaked out. I've been on the verge of tears like really all week, but like since I got the first HCG number, I wish I would not have opened that because it has been stressing me. I feel delulu. I'm like, am I still pregnant? Is the baby fine? And it's just like something else. And I'm feeling things. Fine. I think I'm gonna go to the hospital. I think I'm gonna go to the hospital because no part of my brain is gonna be shut off until Monday when I get a call from the doctors telling me to come in because something's wrong. Because I already know that, and I know that, and I honestly should have went to the hospital a while ago. Yesterday would have been a for sure time to go because I blacked out. And I just keep getting in and out of dizziness. The only problem with me is that like I'm very stubborn, and if I feel okay for any extent of the day, I'm not bad enough, you know? So that's my internal struggle. But I didn't even tell you guys, I got my second blood draw back, and it was 3,500, or like right around 3,500. So with miscarriages, you're supposed to double down every time. So 2 days ago, my blood draw was 2,900 something. So you're supposed to double down, or if it's a healthy pregnancy, you're supposed to double up. If there's a weird range in between, that could be, not always, it could be a sign of ectopic. I have so many things that are pointing to ectopic pregnancy that I just feel like for peace of mind, I need to go in and I need to, like, it's a Saturday. I'm not going to the OBGYN. I'm going to the ER and gonna be like, these are my symptoms. This is what I'm afraid of. You can look my numbers, etc. I just need them to tell me yes or no. Even if that means staying there all night because I'm in a waiting room of sick people that are triaged ahead of me. This is again, like, I'm just like, I'm fine. I'm not fine. Every time I sit down to pee, blood pulls out. There is blood in my belly sitting here. I can feel it. There's pressure. It's big. This is what I look like 5 months pregnant with Asher. I am so bloated, and I think it's with blood and other things. So what I do know is that this is not normal. That's what I know. Something is wrong, and I need to figure it out. So my mom's coming here, and we're gonna go. I feel right in this very moment, other than lightheaded, like I feel good. I feel great. I'm not like having severe cramps. I do feel blood coming out. There is a constant small stream of blood coming out. TMI, always. But like I don't feel like I'm dying. And that's what it would take for me to go to the hospital. But I'm just gonna go because I'm stressed. I have just like a bundle of anxiety inside of me that's giving me like the butterfly feelings, but of dread. I'm not coming home without an answer, hopefully. Watch me come back. Oh gosh, don't want to put that into the universe. Come back and be like, I said it was fine. I'm not fine. I'm freshly cleansed, showered, in some comfy clothes. Drink more water. Stay hydrated. We just got home from the ER and I wish I could tell you that I came back with more answers. I did come back with a couple answers, I guess. I still have a lot of questions and they do too. We were there for 3 hours. Luckily it was like dead in there. Not literally, hopefully people were still alive. But they were calm and it was fine. You were in and out. Well, I should say out. We were there for 3 hours because they were doing their best to try to figure it out with me. We do know that I'm not crazy. We know that there obviously is a baby in there. We know that was a given just based on my HCG levels. So there is something in me. We don't know where it is, which is the scariest part for me, is like back to my original fear right now of it being ectopic and like somewhere it shouldn't, and then the risk of like rupture. They cannot find it. They still cannot find it. We did over the belly ultrasound and a vaginal ultrasound and nothing. And they looked for a while. So based on my HCG levels, and then I know exactly when we got pregnant. I am right under 6 weeks. So right now what the plan is that I am gonna go on like a bed rest, take it extremely easy. I'm literally gonna be a rotten couch potato for the next like 2 days. And on Monday, because right now it's Saturday, I just need to make it from now to Monday without rupturing. And then on Monday, I'm going to try the process over and look again and try to figure out where this baby is so that we can come up with a plan. Because all we know is it's not where it's supposed to be. So, I mean, I knew that. Like, my body has been off this entire time. Even before I started bleeding, it did not feel right. It made so many comments to Randy being like, this does not feel normal. Like, I have like pains and pressures in places I've not experienced with Asher. What he said is, there's a baby, we can't find it, and this is not a normal pregnancy. This is an abnormal one. We went in there knowing that, like, this was not going to be, just based on the HCG numbers alone, it's not rising at a rate of a normal pregnancy anyways. It's rising at a rate of an ectopic pregnancy, which is when I started spiraling on that anyways. So I just wanted to update you guys. I'm gonna be stressed. I'm making a lot of bookmarks. And then I will find out more on Monday. Hopefully, oh please, I hope so. Good news is I'm only like right under 6 weeks, and so statistically speaking, ruptures don't happen until 6 to 8 weeks, right? A little bit later. And so I'm on the early end of like catching it. So I have that to be thankful for. I'm just like doomsday prepping and like, am I dying right now? I need to stay off Google. I need to. So we're gonna have some tacos tonight, and I'm just gonna stay on the couch for the next 48 hours. So see you soon. Day 12 of what I now am calling my slow death. I'm sorry. I keep being dramatic and like a funny, like it's humorous to me in ways that shouldn't be. But no, it's day 12. We're about to head in, I'm about to head in to get my third HCG blood draw. I have an appointment at 9, it's 8:30. I'm just gonna get there a little early. Outfit check, outfit of the day. We're gonna be wearing the same things on repeat because there's only so many items in my closet that can hide really bulky pads. And so these Ariel lined shorts I got from Plato's Closet is what is happening. Yesterday I filmed very limited amounts. I took it extremely easy. I'm gonna be honest, even just walking around has been difficult. I get lightheaded, I get nauseous. I am not feeling okay. So I'm really hoping today we can find some kind of answer because it's stressing me out so much. Okay. We're gonna get a bloom. We have one bloom left. I almost drank it yesterday. I was like, nope, I'm gonna save it for my anxiety-filled morning tomorrow, which is today. I think I might add a piece of toast because I'm feeling really faint right now and I think I need a little more than this is gonna give me. Okay, that's better. Now on to watch a little bit of YouTube and relax. What I need is a phone mount so that I'm not like balancing you on my window area because this is the best angle I can get for you, which is not very good. Okay, blood draw number 3 is done. Actually, while I was in there walking in, I got a phone call saying they had scheduled my next ultrasound for today at 3:30. Thank goodness I don't have to wait another whatever. They got me in like immediately. That's good news for today. That is good news. And that also means Randy can come with me because he's at work right now. So I was worried that like they were gonna call and be like, we only have a spot this morning at etc. time, and he wouldn't have been able to come. And I need another person there so that I can process afterwards. Like when we were at the hospital, like I cannot imagine doing that alone because like the very end when the doctor was like, we don't know where the baby is, we know you're pregnant, etc., etc. He was saying a lot of things that like, we don't know, but and I still don't quite understand exactly that conversation. I just feel like it was kind of a blur. I was able to like, when we got back in the car, be like, is this what you heard or am I going crazy, right? Because it still doesn't make sense to me. So I'm very excited to have this appointment to go over slowly with an actual OBGYN to tell me like what they're seeing and like what, hopefully we can come up with a plan of like, is this a viable pregnancy? Is it supposed to be where it's at? Am I just having some kind of hematoma that is a constant bleed? Like there's so many things. Or is it like trying to miscarry and it's just not working? I don't know. Obviously we don't know. I'm hoping we know something today. Hi. I'm loopy. I'm sorry. I'm still drugged up. I went in for my appointment and for the OB and they immediately took me into surgery. So it's been a day. Yeah, I met the doctor. So they put me into the ultrasound room first when I got there, did the ultrasound, and they're like, okay, we need you to wait for the on-call doctor. And he came in and immediately was just like, we need to get you in surgery right now. So they found a pooling of blood in me, and obviously it was ectopic. And so they removed one tube on my right, which is kind of what I thought was going to happen. And then they did a DNC to just make sure everything got cleared out. I didn't get to talk to him yet. He ended up having to go in and deliver a baby after and before, actually. And so I'm curious to know, because before we went into surgery, he said there was a chance that there were 2 babies, one inside the womb and one on the outside. But I don't think that's what happened. I'm almost positive that's not what happened. I think there was only one, and it was in my tube. So We'll talk more about that later, but I just wanted to update you guys. I am at the moment drugged, feeling okay. We're actually at Meyer, and I'm trying to get Randy to get one of those Caroline cards where I can sit in the seat and he can push me around because I need to find something to eat. It's 9 and I'm starving, and they said I need to eat something light, so I'm gonna try to find soup or whatnot. I know I'm off and my talking is weird. My throat hurts. It's sore from the tube going down. But I'm not crazy. Moral of all of this is I am not crazy, and my symptoms were what I thought they were. So hopefully this is gonna fix it and I can get my body back in a few weeks. It's perfect.
Would like me to stay home. I can do this. Okay?
Like radiating vomit. Me, I'm gonna be staying in the car, but Will is officially getting dropped.
I know I look a mess because I feel a mess, and it hurts to talk because they had to obviously intubate me. So I know I don't sound the same. I just been crying all day, and I probably shouldn't even be filming this, but I feel like it's also kind of important to know if any of you have experienced this or are experiencing this and just want, like, I don't know, any kind of comfort. Like, this is normal. I don't want to say normal, but it's okay to have feelings and feel sad afterwards, and obviously all of that. But I'm at home. I'm doing well. I'm sore. I am in pain. I'm still bleeding. Actually, I'm bleeding the second I could feel it coming out. I know that's TMI. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of close the vlog out because I'm gonna take the next few weeks to rest, and I have markets coming up too. I have a market in 3 days. I have no idea if I'm gonna make it to that or not. But right now I'm trying to get by with just doing a back and forth of Tylenol and ibuprofen. I have 2 stronger pills, oxycodone and something that starts with a G, or it doesn't matter. They're back there if I need them. I took one of them last night because I could tell the surgery pain medicine was wearing off, and I was like, I just want to sleep. So I took something then. Probably need to take more painkillers here in a little bit. I don't even know. I think I vlogged a tiny bit last night after the hospital. I don't remember a ton of it, so apologies. It probably was, I'm sure, just like me staring at the camera. I was out of it. I'm coming back. You didn't see me get emotional at all the last couple weeks, so it's probably like, what's happening? Because it didn't feel real. Like, all of it was just like what if scenarios. Like, in my mind, I still thought that it was a chemical miscarriage, but I knew there was something more because I knew, like, and I don't want to advocate like getting on Google and researching yourself, but like the more I was researching, more I'm like, this doesn't seem normal. And I diagnosed myself with an ectopic pregnancy, but like, even though I did that, like, I still like wanted to believe that there wasn't anything in here, and I don't know where the bleeding would have came from. That I need a tissue. I'm about to snot out. I don't know. I was like living between a Delulu land and scary land, and it was just easier and like emotionally better for me to just pretend that like there was never a baby in the factory. Like, this wasn't a baby. This was a complication of what it was obviously a pregnant. I don't know why I'm like, how to explain this. Your brain does things to cope, and mine was just doing, there wasn't a baby. Anyways, you guys knew I went to the ER, and I knew they knew something and they weren't saying it because the doctor kept like, I told you, like, I couldn't keep up with him because he kept saying like, I
I'm with you, like we know there's something there, we don't know where it is. He's like, I do think that you're on the right track with ectopic, but like they couldn't diagnose that. They also weren't obese, so they knew I was stable, and I think that's why they sent me home on like bed rest, to just be like, well, you need to wait out until we could get you like into the doctor who specializes in this. I don't even think I told you, I had my ACG levels back. It went up another 500. So again, my numbers were, they're supposed to double. They were only going up like 50 to 60%, which is a sign of an ectopic. It could also be a sign of a miscarriage though, but it leans heavier on like an ectopic pregnancy, which my symptoms were obviously all there. They did have to remove a tube. I don't think they've removed my ovary on that side. I know that was one of the options he told me might have to happen. This gets me. I have photos. He took... I honestly wish I didn't have the photos. I guess it's good and bad. I had a lot of bleeding inside of me, which makes sense because I had been hemorrhaging out blood for 12 days inside of me, which is why I was bleeding so much. I had a partial tear on my tube, which is why it hurt so bad. It was not fully ruptured, but it was partially ruptured. And every time, this is what makes me mad, is that like no one ever talks about miscarriages, like what's normal and what's not normal. And like everything I googled when it started like 12 days ago, 13 days now, is that this is normal to be in this much pain. It's normal to have this much blood, but it was not normal, and I feel dumb that it took me this long to come in, because I was at severe risk for sepsis, and a lot of you feel stupid, but we caught it, and I did end up going in, and I'm going back to the stupid Glow app and people being like, well, you shouldn't have even tested because it's just a chemical miscarriage and you wouldn't have known it. It's just your period. And I'm just thinking of all these people that think they're having a normal period or a miscarriage and don't know that they're actually bleeding out inside. I guess I want the moral of this whole vlog to be like, if you think something's wrong, or not even something's wrong, like you are thinking you're going through a miscarriage, even a chemical miscarriage, any type of, you got a pregnancy test positive, like go see your doctor, and then they will make sure that like it's doing what it's supposed to and it's not something more serious. And I wish I would have had that advice earlier, rather than like wait a week, wait 2 weeks and you'll be fine. Schedule your OB appointments too. Get your pap smears, get everything. Feel naive? I feel very naive. Also, I do want to warn you, like, and this is where it hit me last night, because like everything has been a blur and everything has been like this thing built up in my mind and feeling crazy and feeling like, I don't know. It didn't hit me that there was a baby, like actually thinking like we're pregnant, there's a baby, until so meeting my doctor was about a minute long before I was being wheeled down to surgery, okay? Like it was very fast. Even when he was saying it, like I remember just like looking at him and he was like, am I going too fast? And I'm like, I think it's just like everything he was saying I had already researched, so I didn't have a lot of questions. I was just more of like in shock, you know? But it's when I got down to the nurses and they started going over everything. It started going over what to do with the baby when they took it out. And I did not, like I just wasn't prepared for that. Like they were like, do you want a funeral? Do you want cremation? Do you want a rock garden memorial? Like I was not expecting to have to choose something for the baby to go to. Like that's not something you think about. So it was not real to me. So to end the vlog, here's what happened. I had a laparoscopy. Is that what it's called? I had, did I already tell you this? I'm still not fully here. I'm not going to show you the photos. They're very graphic and they make me sad, so I don't even look at them. There was a lot of internal bleeding in there though. I was 6 weeks along, which I knew that, because I had partially ruptured. I would have fully ruptured any day, like any day now. It would have fully ruptured and hemorrhaged out. So I would hope I would have known. Had I not gone to the doctor or like called, I hope I would have known. I didn't know when I had partially ruptured. Like it was severe pain for like 3 days, and it kind of mellowed out, you know. It's like I adjusted to the pain and it didn't hurt as bad. So I'm very grateful I did not fully rupture. So again, they took out one of my tubes. I think they saved the ovary. I don't think they had to take it out. I still need to talk to my doctor. I didn't get to see him. It was late last night. I think the surgery only took about 1:25. I did go under general anesthesia, obviously. I did not need a blood transfusion. I know that was a big risk because of how much bleeding I had, that I might need blood transfused, but I did not, so I'm very happy. I am wearing a belly band, which this is the same kind of band that I wore after my C-section. I have my throat, sorry, they're hurting. I said it right now, I just stuck it in there. If you want to see, I'll show you my laparoscopy. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Scars, like marks. I haven't taken a shower yet because I'm not supposed to shower until tonight. So I do have a lot of the surgery, I call it juice, the yellow stuff they spread on you, like when they're sterilizing and everything. I still have a lot of that on, so you're gonna notice my belly's kind of like orangey yellow. It's fine. It's supposed to be like that. They also had to do a D&C after the laparoscopy just to make sure they got everything out, and that would help with my healing afterwards and make sure that I don't have to do a follow-up surgery, which is another risk that you have if they don't remove all the tissue. But he took the entire tube out, and that's it. Like the baby was fully enwrapped in it, so I don't think that's gonna be like a risk that I have necessarily. I have to go get my HCG checked. It's not every other day now, it's just weekly until it gets down to 0 to make sure my body has like, that's a sign of like it's functioning the way it's supposed to. So we'll see how long that takes. So I'll take this off. If you are like, you don't like seeing wounds, it's not a wound, they're just like, you'll see it's like purple. I have a lot of bruising around it, but like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas they went into through my belly, which is way more than I expected. I don't know why there were that many. The way he described it is there were only going to be like 2. So I don't know if I still need to talk to him. He said he's going to call me later today since they discharged me before he was able to get down. He had a, did I say this? He had a pregnancy. He had a woman in labor. So she obviously, like once I was in the clear, like she took priority. So, okay, let me show you. You will see my undies too. They're granny panties. It's cool. No big deal. So, great, nothing. Okay. Okay, perfect. So I have, let me go in. 1, 2, 3. And then these ones, I don't know what these were from. Right here. Sorry, that's the top of my pad. What were these for is my question. Because they're bigger. They're like, it's cut. So like, did something happen? Was that to get my blood out? I don't know. Was that to get the baby out? I don't know. Was that, I don't know. So, this is what we're like. We're still very bloated. We had a surgery. I have the surgery, juice on me. I don't know what to call it. So, it hurts to breathe a little bit. I'm gonna wrap that back up. Put that back on. So anyways, I'm doing okay. And I just really want my body to get back to normal. Recovery wise, really a couple weeks. I'm allowed to walk as long as my body tells me I can. So I think in a few days now, I'm hoping to start just getting on the treadmill and doing some light walking. Even ground, no hills, right? I can't believe I was going to the gym through all of that. And I was in so much pain. Talk about not listening to your body. So dumb. I didn't know. I need to give myself a little more grace. So, fortunately and unfortunately, let me go into details of like being fertile after the fact. So just because you lose a tube doesn't mean you can't get pregnant. It's actually like, you're not really, I don't want to say it doesn't affect you, but like you still can get pregnant after. Maybe it'll be a little harder, maybe it won't. There's really not a ton of like research on it, but what I was reading was just like it should not affect your ability to get pregnant again. The problem with when you have one ectopic pregnancy is that your chances of getting it like go up 10 times. Like, so your normal chance of being ectopic is, it's like 1 in 80 pregnancies will be ectopic. So it's not necessarily rare, but it's also not like common. But once you have one, your chances go from a like 1% risk to a 10 to 15% risk. So it does go up a decent amount. But when you have one ectopic, really what you have to do is you schedule your first ultrasound. When you do get pregnant again, you have to do like very early ones. You just have to monitor it and make sure that it's going in the area it's supposed to go. You're at like a high risk for you're a high risk pregnancy. You're labeled high risk pregnancy. You're gonna have more appointments than a normal pregnancy. But yeah, and risk factors, like and when I was at the ER, the doctor was even saying, is like, you don't really fit in the category of having an ectopic. I'm like, okay. Because one of the main reasons why people have ectopic pregnancies is, one, they're doing IVF fertilization. That puts you at a way higher risk. 2, if you're a smoker. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life, so that's not like, that's not it. I don't know why that increases your risk, but it does. And then another reason is if you have pelvic inflammatory disease, which no, don't have that. And then another big reason is if you have an STD, and I do not have that either. But the last option of like an increased ectopic risk is if you're over the age of 35. Guess who turned 35 this year? This woman. So I guess I was in the risk category, even though they said like I probably shouldn't have had one, but I did. And we're here and we're gonna heal and get better. And everything's gonna be okay. And guess what? I'm lucky. Like, I truly do feel lucky that it was a tubal ectopic pregnancy, because if it would have, before we went in surgery, I forgot to tell you this, he was like, I don't think this is it, but we did see some sign that it could be where you have twins and there's one twin outside of the womb and one twin inside of the womb. And the one twin on the outside might be attached to your C-section scar. And I'm like, what? Pardon? And he was like, it's so rare that I really don't think that that is going to be the case, but it's something we are going to be looking for. We did not find a twin, so that is not, my battery died, and then my husband called. He is at Kohl's right now returning something to Amazon. I was like, call me, FaceTime me in the PJ section, because I don't know if you guys remember my green PJs. I have the hearts on them. I've worn them a lot the last like few weeks, so you probably saw them in this video multiple times. But I was like, see if they're on more clearance and if you can find me a different print. And so he just FaceTimed me and found me some cherry ones that he's bringing home that are in like the pants, which is great because I don't feel like I can probably shave my legs for a little bit, like reaching down for a few days, and I don't like the feeling of hair, so like prickly hair on my legs, so I need to wear pants. So a nice stretchy comfy pair of pants is perfect right now, so he's gonna bring those home. And I actually have a friend's baby shower. She just texted me. I forgot, my brain is not here. She's the baby shower today, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I had an emergency surgery yesterday, and I'll explain later another day, but I hope you have fun. And I'm gonna send my husband, and Raina's gonna drop her present off, and I feel bad, but today's not the day to, one, get out of my PJs, or two, go to a baby shower. As much as I love her, I'm very excited for her, so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close the vlog out because I don't know how much more I can say, and I'll give you updates like in my next like I'm sure following couple vlogs of just like how everything's going and like when I'm in the clear to do what, and yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope that this didn't scare you, and I hope that it's more makes you feel encouraged to go to the doctor when you think something is wrong, or even when you don't think something is wrong. Just make sure you're do as I say and don't do as I do type of thing, because the earlier you detect these things, the better you are in the long run. So I'm glad I was able to finally got smart enough. But you thought that I was afraid of getting pregnant last time after Asher's pregnancy. This is a whole new layer on top of my fear of being pregnant. Like, it is a fear. I genuinely fear. Like, I would love another baby. Like, I would love if I could just like, and I think that's part of like I'm trying to, I feel like I could just adopt one, right? Or like do foster care and adopt one, but like, because I am terrified before this of getting pregnant again, because I was sick with Asher my entire pregnancy. I know I've mentioned this so many times, and that's where a lot of when we found out we were pregnant, like the immediate reaction instead of like going straight to like excited and happy was like dread of like what this pregnancy was going to be like. Not about having the baby like and caring for it, like we would love that. It was solely about the pregnancy, and this is how this pregnancy ended. Think about how my brain is gonna be able to cope with that in the future. I'm not even gonna start that conversation with myself. I need to rest and heal mentally and physically. So, and on that note, I love you. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm doing well, and I'll see you guys in another vlog. I have a market in 3 days. Are we gonna be able to go to it? I've made so much stuff this last 2 weeks. Thank God for hobbies. It's been occupying me. I have a tray on my couch right now. I've already done 20 Stanley charms today. I have so much prepped. I want to go so bad to this market, but I am not going to go if I am in a lot of pain. You'll see me, I'm sure I'll be there. We'll see. I don't know. Will this be a market vlog next? I'm not sure. Goodbye.